my vote still goes to our underdog Chad MSN, all the way from 15 years old, looking up at VorteX, our Spanish streamer, for the day on Himayama. Beasty, take the wheel. We're steering.
The steering wheel. Oh, it's Himayama as well. Oof.
Yes.
That's where
Oh,
the
tell us more.
inexperience comes in. I mean, this is a terrible map for Abbasid, to put it lightly. It's
Oh.
probably one of the worst maps you can play Abbasid on. And the reason for that is you don't really have a tree line. So you're like very exposed. So if you want to play defensive and stuff, this is not the map to do it on. And Abbasid, you kind of have to play defensive. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you see on the mini map, that trade in the north is completely walled off, which is really good for Mongols.
Whoa. That, and I mean, with
I've never
the
seen that actually.
That is very, and the other trade is completely open. Oof.
Yeah, but Mongols gonna trade to the top one, and then it's kind of like semi-walled, right? I mean, not semi; it's almost completely walled. Yeah, it's a full wall. Wow.
Ooh, that's a dark funky spawn, especially with the double gold as well. I mean, if I was someone tower rushing, I would love to tower rush a double gold, but I don't know. We're probably going to see a little bit more of a. Actually, as I say this, I do think we are seeing a tower rush. That is a spearman in the queue.
Yeah, that's a beastie spawn, by the way. He has stone and gold next to each other. So if you just put a tower there, we can go game number 2. It's gonna be very rough. It's gonna be very rough. If he actually wants to go giga greedy, he could put the tower in front of the stone and tower rush the berries too. And he's pulling too. He's like, yo, I need that tower ASAP.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a distraction. What wing is happening? A military wing right now. So he will have some units to try and handle this. But I don't think they're gonna arrive in time to get this thing down. But he might have a shot. I feel like, especially with the fact that VorteX got more sheep as well, we're definitely gonna see him be fine early game. Especially just getting through that initial age up after this small little delay of tower rush. Now he does tower rush the berries instead, which is actually going to be quite a big piece of damage, as MSN did not strike that lucky with the sheep.
Yeah, and actually recent ram nerfs made it so that usually Abbasid ages up, makes a ram, destroys the tower. Like you just click it and it dies basically. There's nothing Mongol can do about it. But the recent patch where they reduce the ram health and they make it take more damage, you can actually kill a ram with 5 spears without the tower going down. So the ram is like not the solution to the problem. Like I don't know what the solution is, but one tower now is way stronger than it used to be because of the ram nerf.
I was going to ask about that as well, because recently I've been getting tower rushed a lot more by Mongols, and he doesn't know Pepe Laugh. He knows now, but it's a little bit too late. This spearman already, the villagers are chilling. Oh, the villagers are bailing out. But now the age up comes there. You have 2 spearmen, you have archers. What are you going to do with this? You're not going to be able to get anything back from this. And these villagers could just go for resources, or they could double down, make another tower in time. They're running around. Not really sure what their plan is.
That's overdoing it. You go home. The military wing is there. You can't do much more. You stake the W and you go home. Now MSN does a back stone and he's making an instant ram. So if VorteX does this well, by the way, he should not lose that tower. You can block the ram from actually reaching the tower, and every time the archers shoot, you just go back in the tower. You just keep going back in and out. So I think he was making a tower on his gold and he saw the ram, so he cancels the tower and he realizes, okay, he's gonna try to break that. But if Abbasid actually like just breaks this, then it's not really a good spot for Mongols, because then you just towered for nothing. You just delayed the mining a bit and that's it.
I mean, it does feel like VorteX is going to be able to transition from this, right? Because now MSN has to put a lot of resources in here. I like that he put the units inside the ram as well to just try and kill the spearmen if they do come out, which is actually... Oh,
look at the damage on the ram.
Let's see how he does counter it. Can they get back in? The micro battle. And the spearmen off. Oh, it looks like he is going to be losing some spearmen if he's not careful. If one of them survives, But the ram does look like it's going to be taking down this tower.
Yeah, he has 2 spearmen at home, but he didn't bring them forward, so I would say this is not a bad start for Abbasid. Like the way you should look at it is, yes, he delayed some mining, but he also delayed his own mining, right? He had 2 villagers pulled, so they had to run forward and backwards. So if I'm Abbasid, I mean, this is considering the tower did land, this is probably the best start you can have.
I love the fact that he's just going and saying, okay, let me just go to TC now. I've fought this off, I'm good. Let me go get my second TC. Because he knows Mongols is going to trade, and I just don't know if he knows about the situation he's got over there with the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if he realizes that's what's happening. Because sometimes, you know, you don't think about it too much, even if you like scout it and then you try to attack it, you're like, oh, that's the one path to it. So we'll see. I don't know what his plan is gonna be. Like MSN can get to TC and rush castle and then just do whatever, you know, unit comp he wants. Or he can 2 TC and then all in feudal, which probably not the best choice against Mongols because they have Keshiks and you don't really have any special units as Abbasid. You have camels, but they suck, so we'll see what he decides to go for.
I'm surprised to hear you talk about camels like that. You don't like camels? Are they too expensive for what they give you?
I mean, it's not that I don't like them; they're just bad. You know, it's just.
Like,
I actually did a
biased.
unit tier list like an hour ago, and I put them in the F tier. F tier.
Wow. Like
Yeah,
the just camels in general?
no camel archers.
Oh, camel archer specifically. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're too expensive.
Oh.
So
Now, this is unnecessary for MSN to lose these, because he knew he was going to have to fight against Keshiks and Spearmen, which now you're going to lose these units anyway, just trying to get something out of it, I guess. But the micro just doesn't seem to be all there yet, and now these units going down, I think, is going to be a bit problematic, as MSN is not going to be able to, you know, defend with anything. He's getting more Spearmen, but... oh... they're just going down. Rallied forward at the moment. Oh, he realizes. Pulls back, but those Keshiks are quite fast. Gets a little poke off, but those Keshiks, they love to heal themselves.
yeah, and I'm not sure if I like the TC placement, the second TC, because it only covers the deer, and there's actually nothing around it. So let's say once those deer are gone, you will have an empty TC rallying backwards, so the opponent can just put like 1 Keshik and just kill your villagers as they come out. He is producing archers, so he's gonna push. Now, if you wanted to push against the trade and you know, try to, I guess, defend the trade from enemy being able to trade to it, you would want to get the top one. But actually, VorteX is going to trade to the bottom trade, which is closer, so it will give him less gold. A bit surprised.
That's interesting. I don't know if he realizes, again, it's a full wall. He might not have seen the effects of it either. Might be a surprise for him too. Not realizing it's a full wall.
I mean, the top market is closer to the enemy, but not in these positions necessarily because of that tree wall. So maybe he just, like, again, it's one of those things where you scout it, but you don't really realize, like, oh, I can actually just trade there. If you put a tower on the top sacred side, he literally just defends the trade completely. So, but you know, it is what it is. He's going to go for the bottom one. It's a bit more safe. And still, trade is trade, so it's going to be good.
Now, well, from the units we're seeing from MSN, he has a ram from earlier. He has 7 archers now. This is showing me that he's going a lot heavier into units compared to our Mr. VorteX, who is... he has 3 Keshiks, 2 Spearmen, and nothing in queue. He's getting his wheelbarrow now.
He has 800 food. I don't know if this is mismacroing or if he's trying to age up. Because that is a lot of resources pulled up. Because 150 gold, he's going to have too much food, basically. And he's saving up stone, so he looks like he's trying to age up. But MSN is making units while also trying to age up. And this is where the power of scouting comes through. And he's actually making a scout now, which is very good for him. Because MSN does not know that VorteX is trying to age up. And VorteX, that's maybe the reason he's aging up, because he killed the scout earlier. So maybe he's like, I'm just going to skip units and then, you know, get a greedy castle into men-at-arms. So MSN needs to scout this. He needs to realize, you know, he's harassing me with same units over and over, and there's nothing new coming. And you can see that scout beelining for the main base now.
Yeah, this is one thing I can definitely see in the difference with Conqueror 3s and everyone under. We just don't scout in low conk at all. It feels like you're playing off a feeling. And with these guys, we're not going to see these mistakes they make. I think if it was you, you would probably have gotten a scout a little bit earlier to make sure of what's going on. But yeah, at least he's trying to get a glimpse. And the thing is, MSN is going to be a little bit later on this. Because Mongols, they can age up quite fast with enough villagers. But I don't think Mongol needs to get there quickly right now. He does get a few archers with the extra food that he has. And he is floating a little bit of extra gold, which could help him get those upgrades in Castle Age. And the food is coming in.
Yeah, the scout is AFK on the map. I can see it just chilling there, left from the water. So he's not scouting anything. I think he's maybe preoccupied with the harassment. And 3 villagers going down, which is really high amount considering both players are booming, right? One is booming with trade, one is with TCs. So that's just like a big advantage. Like if Mongols was full all-inning, losing 3-4 villagers is not game ending. Oof, 2 caches go down, that's pretty bad. But considering they're both, like I said, booming, you can see Mongols is 6 workers ahead. So it's a very good spot.
The idle time as well caused him to delay that age up significantly, but now this is the time when MSN can do some damage. He just killed the Keshiks. There's one more Keshik on the map, but he has quite a chunky bit of army, and he should know at this point. I'm going in because I just killed 2 Keshiks. Oh, what is he gonna do? Now, I like that he didn't send his whole army like a like a noob like me. And he has his army in the base to protect with those raids, which is, again, very well done by VorteX, just to keep him on his toes, get that idle time that he does not have the ability to defend just yet. He does get one trader, but the other trader is hiding away. He does not know Pepe Laugh. More traders are coming in hard, but is he going to redirect those boys? They look like they're going to be facing off against the units.
Let him die.
Oh, the Keshik at the back of the base completely... and the villagers are reacting, but the traders do go down. And the problem is with the micro, I can just see that this man is going to be losing quite a lot of units. Oh, he target fires the sheep.
Damn, the sheep, okay.
He disrespected him. We see Men-at-Arms instantly queued up from VorteX. He knows that our poor little MSN does not have any answers to things like Men-at-Arms. Right now, these archers are snacking on one another. The spearmen are chopping down on that trader, but this fight is going to go the other way very quickly. The thing is, MSN does have a lot of units. He has the units, a lot of units. He does have the economy to pump out Castle Age units pretty soon, especially getting some crossbows to deal with those men-at-arms.
I just realized he has no upgrades. He has 0 eco upgrades, 0 military, which is really bad at this point of the game. 14 minutes in and no wheelbarrow, no double broadaxe is a bit of a problem. And the TC that he made, so the reason why it's a problem, if he put that second TC on the left deer from his base, then he could have the water fishes, he could have the berries, he could protect the relic, he could get like get another gold, and he would also protect his main gold indirectly, right? Because then the units would be needing to pass through that. But this TC doesn't like protect anything, and it's gonna be a lot harder to secure the food left from his base later on than right now. So right now he could have gotten that, you know, open deer and open berry food source, but now it's gonna be a lot harder to secure that. And the men-at-arms are coming, but you know, he has already crossbows and gulams and all that. He really needs to get his eco upgrades online though, because his economy is pure villagers, so he'll scale pretty well.
And those deer just ran out. Like now that that poor little TC is in danger.
I mean, that TC will most likely go down because it's going to be hard to defend it in the long term. So I can see just squirrel type parking and he's just killing it with no rams.
And this is the problem with second TCs as well. I feel like now with the ram nerf, second TCs are a little bit more viable. But if you don't put your second TC in a safe part of the base, you're going to risk losing it quite quickly. And when you're playing against a civilization that trades, this is Very, very dangerous. And it just doesn't feel like he has the mass. He didn't make the units he needed to deal with these men-at-arms. He is getting himself some gulams anyway, but we need something that actually kills these guys. Oh, but we see a little bit of a late reaction from VorteX, and these boys are running in hard. We do see only one, the arrow upgrade. What is that called? Steeled undermesh, underwire?
Underwire, sure. Underwater. Phone underwater. Upgrade.
Beautiful, beautiful. But the archers, the archer mass is quite scary at this point. But he's going for more archers.
Yeah, I mean, composite bow archers are really good, so he's gonna go with that, but I'm surprised he's just not making crossbows. Like, he sees a lot of men-at-arms. Now, this is the point where usually when you play this matchup as Mongol, you want to pressure in feudal. You don't really want to rush castle, because Abbasid will scale better now. Even if you have trade and they have 2 TC, long-term Abbasid units are better. And it's going to become very hard later on to defend the trade. So Mongol has some kind of timing here to do something, but you can already see the unit count is way better for Abbasid.
I like how MSN is surviving in all of this, but we do see the trade re-rallied. Finally, he realizes how safe this could be. And I like the fact that MSN is just, he's putting the pressure back on him. He knows the second TC is in danger if he just doesn't produce all of it. And you can see he's spending every ounce of food that he has, every ounce of gold, everything is going back into units. Those resources are just being used properly, and I absolutely love that for him. Now these Keshiks are healing, and the man is getting a few crossbows himself, but I don't think the mass is going to be there in time.
Yeah, he has a lot more units now, but he's running out of food, so he either needs to go on the open food source, or he needs to transition to farms for MSN. And I'm not sure if he is transitioning to farms in the back of his base, but he should be out of food any second now. And that might be a problem. Like, it's going really well right now, but it might go from, like, fully producing units to not producing anything.
What is he doing? Oh, he forgot to A-move? Okay, but luckily, there's enough units. That could have been dire. No, that's one thing I always forget about when I'm playing civilizations that don't just make farms. And that's, you run out of food. You have to put yourself at risk. And this is also something that I think a lot of people on ladder are faced with too. Sometimes we just forget to harass these players when they do need to go out. Mongols do have their pastures, so they're quite safe. And we do see MSN is looking to snack though, and with 47 supply, even though the food sources are slowing down, it doesn't feel like Mongols has the spare army to run around and harass these food sources. He's just going to be able to do a lot of damage that he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a boom game against a Civ that literally is only good when it, like, you know, booms. Like, if Abbasid is left free, in a way, that's when they do the best. And, yeah, he just has way too many units right now. But you can see the food count is dropping to 600 now for Abbasid. Mongol still has more, but he basically is just fighting with worse units, right? Gulams are better than regular men-at-arms. Composite bow archers are better than normal archers. So he's just fighting an uphill battle now.
Oh, the traders are doing great. They're all like living the best life back there. There's nothing pressuring them, but, you know, at some point, he could have been moving that thing a little bit further away as well, yes. I see Cal pointing that out with his Conqueror 3 knowledge, but the Kulturai also going down. And the thing is now, MSN, does he know that traders are elsewhere? Yes, he does. He's like, hey, let me go have a look here. He's gonna run into some villagers, knowing that this is a very weak spot, and his army is in the south, but they can quickly go up there without being contested at all. That's 55 supply.
Yeah, and if you look at the army right now, 54, 56 versus 22. I mean...
And the people, you know.
Yeah, like, even if you micro really well, you know, those are the numbers that are pretty hard to beat, I would say. So...
This...
Yeah.
As we used to say in StarCraft, the supply does not lie. And right now, MSN being 40 supply ahead, I am... Right now, I'm feeling a little bit hopeful watching this game. As a person who can't beat Mongols, this makes me feel very, very hopeful. There is a chance after all. But I think the problem... Yeah, for me, I guess.
No, I'm just asking.
Is... No. You don't know, yeah. Of course you don't. I don't know about the push here though. You know where his economy is. I guess because you're working with a lot of siege. Oh, and look at him getting harassed at the back of the base. That's one thing that VorteX is doing quite well. He just keeps raiding, even though he's already on his knees. But I don't think this is going to be able to save the game for him. We have the villager advantage. We have towers at the back of his base too. Oh my gosh, wow, this is wonderful. I love that tiny screen. Very well done. The mangonel's not firing at anything yet, but the presence of the mangonel is enough. These archers are clumped up, and that mangonel can get a very cheeky shot very soon. Is he getting the target fire? Ooh! They do take a little bit of a hit.
5 out of 10.
It's good. Another one.
7 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay. We can average at 6.5. Another one. Let's do the damage. Oof, that was an 8.
That was the same
And
shot, it
this-
just killed him.
I know, but yeah, exactly. So, but that makes it more powerful.
Right, I give it a 7, so it's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
He does clean up this army at the back. Now, the rest of the army is going towards the trade, so I do expect to see Mr. VorteX giving in pretty soon. If those crossbows are going to fire at the archers, they were left right there, and these guys, the archers at the front, just making sure the attacks are coming from each side.
I even
This
made
is
a
looking
dock.
really good.
Damn. We got a fishing ship.
Wow.
It's going on land, okay. It's
Special
one of
fishing
those
ship.
it's one of those cars that transforms into a boat. Have you seen those? It just
Yeah,
goes from
opposite
land to water.
Transformers. Yeah.
Yeah. This one just goes from water to land.
I love that that VorteX is moving his units around, all his traders around, so they don't just all get killed off. But at this point, it's too far gone. You have Abbassid surrounding you from all angles. We see MSN, again, spending every single ounce of food. And VorteX is not able to because he doesn't have gold, he doesn't have wood. There's nothing for him that allows him to spend that heavy amount of food he's got. And he gets an upgrade, but I don't know what that's gonna do for you, brother. You need to make
he has
units right now.
900 stone, by the way.
Oh, is that a keep coming?
I don't think Mongols can build keeps.
Oh yeah, wrong civilization. Wrong civilization. Sorry guys, I took a week off of Age of Empires and forgot that some civilizations do not have all the buildings.
But that's a lot of
Oh my
extra
God.
units he could be making, or towers with sprinkled upgrades. And somehow
Oh,
now the
gosh.
supply is a lot. It's or military supply rather is not as bad. But I think that he's 10 Keshiks, 18 crossbows, and Emerson has like pure archer at this point. Like if he just doubles down on Keshiks, he can actually mow him down really easily. This is very risky.
I'm still cringing at the keep thing, but I absolutely love how we can see the inexperience on MSM's side from this. I feel like most players here would be like, oh, I'm very far ahead, I can end him. But he's just not able to close the game out that quickly. And this is something I think that also makes the games go longer. But yeah, he keeps doing damage. He knows how far ahead he is. I mean, the economy difference is kicking in significantly, but when are we going to see that killing blow? He just wants to get to 200 supply and then go for the push.
Yeah, I don't think it matters too much what he attacks now, but yeah, he should have just attacked the wood line or the trade or like something to deny. He just killed that sheep, okay. But yeah, instead he's just attacking here in production buildings, which is not really doing much. But the economy he has is like way too good now. Like if you compare the incomes, Abbassid has like 1,200 more, which is just too big of a difference for any matchup, I think.
And at this point we can see MSN is finally not spending all his resources. So he's sitting at a point where he's, oh, as I say that, he's up 10 more archers. But he realizes this is the moment. His economy is just so strong. These archers, when you have enough, they do okay against men-at-arms. The counter mangonel coming in hot with a steady shot on that bunch, but not doing enough. No god can save him now. The Khan is dead.
I can't believe
Khan
it
died.
went down.
It cannot keep happening. But you know what Lennox said? Khan die, I die. And that is going to be the end of VorteX.
Bro.
Is he going to keep holding on?
I miss Lena.
I miss Lennox too. I was really hoping you would keep playing. Lennox was the
Yeah.
best. Cal, you would have loved Leenock in person. He gives me a similar vibe to you. Calm, collected, mean. Very good.
I love
I bet
Leenock
he's
in
good at the
game.
game. Why? Because you beat him every time.
No. Just,
Not because of that.
I like playing against him. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
If
that
this
a
game
solid
was
shot.
closer, that would have been a game ender right there.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, he's 100 supply ahead. Because that, I mean, yeah.
Apparently, people can still throw games at this point. Oh, look at the Mangonel. He's not targeting the Mangonel. Mangonel's gonna get another juicy shot off. Oh, no, never mind. I say that, and then the Mangonel gets the worst shot. That was a 0.5 out of 10. But, pretty decent damage on the army, but the army just keeps coming, and MSN has unlimited supply, or unlimited food. He just keeps producing, and poor little Mongols has 1 Mangonel in queue and 6 men-at-arms, and this is going to be a distraction. The farm transition is complete. The units are snacking. Villager going to the front, screaming for his life. Going down. Oh wait, those are opposite villagers. The Kashik's coming in. Yeah?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I said Kashik's coming in looking to snack, but with enough archers, they go down anyway.
Yeah, this is the point where I just stopped casting. We're watching you know, like he's unconscious and he's still hitting him. It's like it's not a fight anymore.
I wonder if
Give up.
VorteX is trying to
Just let
tire
go.
out his opponent.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's respawn and it
Oh,
did that again.
keep happening.
But I wonder if MSN always skips his eco upgrades. We're gonna see in game number 2, because I was all memes aside. What if he doesn't get eco upgrades because he doesn't understand percentages? He's too young
Because
to
he's
understand
15?
economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think in Denmark, I think he's Danish, right? I think, okay. I think in Denmark at 15 they do some percentages. Oh yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think
No, I'm not
DK
saying that he
stands for
doesn't
Denmark.
understand what a percent is, but not understanding exactly how economy grows. Exponential growth and all that.
Yeah.
We'll see in game number 2. If he doesn't get eco upgrades immediately in game number 2, that's what it is.
Okay. Do you think that he could benefit from a little talking to about percentages after this? Oh god, an A-moving brother. He needs to A-move. I don't know why he's not A-moving his units all the time. Oh, he just clicks into the TC. That Mangonel doing some work. Just get on top of that crossbow, Matt. You can do this, brother. You can do this. No, that Mangonel's drunk. Yeah.
Wow.
He lived to tell the tale, though. Oh, no, he goes down. Rest in pieces.